Welcome, friends, to Small Claims. Each week, we'll journey into the ever chaotic, always entertaining world of the 2025 2026 council season. At the center of it all is our commissioner, Dan Marks, part referee, part ringmaster, and the man tasked with keeping this unpredictable league from spiraling into total madness. Then there's me, Kartik Reddy, longtime competitor, perennial bridesmaid, and a seasoned skeptic when it comes to my own luck in this league. Together, we'll untangle the wins, the blunders, and the rivalries that keep us coming back week after week. No more stalling. Let's make our claims. Welcome back to Small Claims, Week 8. I've recently discovered I might not have a life outside of work, which is fine, because apparently I also don't have any boundaries. The NBA season starts tonight, so Dan Martins, you'll finally be able to experience and enjoy again. And we're at the halfway point of our own season. Time for the mid-season special, where we'll separate the winners, the losers, and the ones still trying to make sense of their roster. So, Dan, how was your week so far? Wait,
Week was
Tuesday,
good.
actually.
It is Tuesday, yeah. We're not too far into it.
We did it on Thursday. Kind of snuck up on me there. So how was your weekend?
Work. Weekend was good. Met up some friends. That would include you.
I went out.
We went out. We got drinks.
This past weekend.
Yeah.
Spending all that small claims money. Shit.
Oh, yeah. So went out. We grabbed some drinks. The weather's been great. So, went on a run yesterday. It's just been in the 70s. It's end of October. We're not upset about it, but it doesn't make any sense. So I put my AC back on today.
That's weird.
It's
not that warm in my apartment.
Oh, yeah.
Which does not bode well for the winter.
Yeah.
Because for the last handful of years, though, I've always kept on telling you I have this problem where I think there's some air just kind of coming into the apartment. Mm-hmm. And when it gets fucking cold, it gets fucking cold. And it's not just these fucking data centers that are making my energy prices go up. Mm-hmm. It's these fucked up windows. But yeah, I mean, for me, spent a lot of the weekend working. Kind of still in that promotion year, spending a lot of time on that type of stuff. There's an event going on in a couple of weeks. Finally, we'll take a couple of days off next week. And then my promotion deck, that was up till 1 a.m. doing that shit. And then I get to go back to Malvern tomorrow. Then I got a work dinner. Anyone got any advice on this work dinner? I know that Dan's not going to have this out by then, but I would tell me what to do.
When is it?
Tomorrow night. You ever go to Estia? It's a Greek restaurant.
Yeah, I have been to it.
Is it good?
Actually, I went with Mr. Wagner. It was good.
It's quiet.
It was kind of I was kind of surprised because it's large. It's a big restaurant.
Yeah.
I'd never been before, but yeah, it wasn't packed.
Okay. I'm not too worried about that.
Because it's a good location.
I'm not really too worried about that part of it. It's more, I think about 20 people were invited. Some partners, managing directors, a couple senior managers, and then a handful of managers. And everyone fucking declined except for our leader of our sector, who I don't really have much of a relationship with, and I need to have one. And then there's like 2 other partners, and then I think a senior manager. And 2 other people that said they were tentative were also partners or principals.
Okay.
And then there's what the fuck? Yeah. I don't know what this is gonna be like. I have to go to Malvern, gotta get back, dinner starts at 6. I gotta figure out what the fuck this is gonna go like. I have no idea. So not super looking forward to it. But we'll see. Maybe I talk about it next week. Hopefully I still have a job. I don't think I'll say anything loud. Just won't drink. Yeah. So, that's my life. Now let's talk about this past season. So before we jump into... Okay, that's
Hello,
fair.
darkness, my old friend.
I'm gonna make it a rain feature.
Rain in the back.
Thunder. Before we jump into... This is our mid-season special. Before we jump into the mid-season report, and as we all know, our commissioner here, Dan, will provide his thoughts on MVP, runners up for each of these MVP, offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, best GM, worst GM, etc. And we'll walk through that, and then we will hopefully have a fan of the week this week, and kind of go through the same pieces of trivia and pick 'em. Dan, just real quick before we start, what was the pick 'em results from last week?
The pick'em results last week. You went 4-1, sir.
It's getting a lot easier. Dan Martins, thank you very much.
Yeah,
I mean, he's guaranteed wins. I mean, he wants to lose.
I mean, although this week, to be honest, there was a chance that if Martins had started Jalen Hurts instead, and I think if Kenneth Walker had gotten in the end zone, Martins would have actually won.
But why would he do Scott. There's a reason why he starts stealing Gabriel.
I agree with you. Why would he do it? But at some point, he'll have enough losses that it won't matter. He might choose to try to screw someone over.
I think he has a goal to go defeated. I think he has a goal to be defeated.
He does. He wants to be the first. We haven't.
We've never had someone lose every single game this season.
He'll actually.
What's the worst record we ever had?
I think it's you. I think you went. Did you go 2-14?
Yeah, I must have.
I think you went 2-14.
I think there's a season I had 2.
That's it. That's in here. You can check. Let's check real quick. It's definitely in here.
Oh,
yes, you went 2-12.
Fuck, last year? No, 2 years ago.
2024.
I went 2-12 last year.
Yeah.
Did Scott go 3 and?
Yeah, because you tanked. You tanked.
I gave up everything. Did Scott go 3-11?
That's actually a really good question. Because Scott,
because he was trying to.
He was,
but he's just not good at being bad. Like I am. When I need to be good at being good and good at being bad, I'll make it happen. Scott's middling no matter what. He doesn't know what he's doing.
We'll get to that.
What are you looking at? This is.
I was going to 2024 season, but just taking a second. So Scott went 5-9.
Scott went 5-9.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there was no Why did I just keep trying to lose? Didn't matter at that point.
Might have changed at some point. You could have decided that actually he was going to try to. Okay, so he started off. He got 2 wins. He lost 4 straight. 1-2. Lost 2. 1. Lost 1. And then looks like then he really.
Who did I beat?
Well, he beat you. Did he beat
That's
you twice?
No, who did I beat?
No, you beat him.
Once.
You beat him.
Then who else did I beat?
Your 2 wins were against Scott and Mealy.
Yeah. Damn, Mealy.
Looks like Mealy must have had a bad one.
But it's crazy. Like, again, like that year I lost everybody. So everyone had gotten hurt. It made no sense at that point. Mm-hmm. Was Will Lutz the player of the game?
That's what they're saying.
Damn. I don't even know who had him. No, I did have Jameer Gibbs out there.
He put up over 20 points that week against Mealy.
Oh my god.
That is rough.
All right. Shall we? Yeah. So I went 4-1. What'd you do?
What did I do last season?
No. Pick 'em.
Oh, I went 3-2. Again, that's not great because I got 2 free wins, but
yeah. Who won last year? Or actually your season? Did you? Oh, okay. Oh, there it is, the trophy. I completely forgot. I didn't know you won. When I check out, I check the fuck out. I don't even know when the NBA championship was. Oh, OKC.
It's the Thunder.
Yeah. That's not me. That's
Emmett heard. He felt that somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I felt that. Like I feel like I said they were going to win 2 years ago. I'm always just a year ahead. OKC, Vidal, fucking Kyron Williams. God damn. And then when it's the year that it is.
Do you want to make some predictions right now about who's going to win next year, and then we can just.
I think Cleveland wins next year.
Okay. All right. We're ahead. Always a year ahead. We'll get ready for it.
And then the Sacramento Kings somehow change everything and win in 2 years. They have the worst. We're not going to do this.
Put your money down now.
Maybe we do.
You have You have a chance to win $1 million when the Sacramento Kings win a championship.
Just on a side note, I think maybe we should do a quick basketball fucking episode for this.
There are some people who would enjoy that.
Let's do a basketball episode. Anyway, all right. So we're going to quickly run through week 7, and then we're going to spend most of our time discussing and debating what Dan's decisions are in regards to some of these awards that he's giving out. Which I still stand by the fact that they tend to be really biased. I've never really been on this list. It's a bunch of bullshit. So we're going to go quick through here. So first matchup. Let's talk And let's go through the easy ones first. Let's go Scott Martins. Scott won. Done.
They played? Yeah.
They played. Steve Daly. Steve won. Cool. Great
Games
recap.
occurred.
Great recap. All right. Let's talk myself and Hardy.
Daily.
No,
Wait.
I played Hardy.
No, you played Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a very good week. The fucking week that Justin Herbert decides to put up 30 points, I had him on the bench.
Hey.
But I played Drake May, and Drake May again consistently is putting up some good numbers. He's been above 20 points for the last 2 games, but he's had nearly 20 points for 5 games out of the season. So it's been pretty good. One was at 19 points. Sutton had a pretty good game. Nico Collins got hurt, which really sucked for me. But Jahmyr Gibbs had a wild fucking game.
I watched him do it.
Yeah.
He was...
Saw the messages.
Yeah, he played great. The one series that I sent the message about, I don't know if you actually saw it.
No.
He breaks for a really good run. The lineman, dude, this guy, like, player of the week, the lineman who opens it up, because they're doing a
72-yard run touchdown.
What's up?
Is this the 72-yard touchdown?
No. So this was just a series. The whole series. So they did a quick dump off pass to him, and it was set up that way.
Yeah.
So it was a screen pass. The lineman comes over, guy's running towards him because he sees the screen coming. The lineman just immediately lets him go by and then pushes him forward to create his momentum so he falls forward.
Yeah.
So they just go right around him, and he gets out front, the lineman. And so the safety, what a tackle, though, by Winfield. Because the lineman's there and gets the block, but Winfield knows he's going to get destroyed.
Yeah.
Lineman's twice his size. And he goes under him and then goes this way and catches Gibbs' foot.
Wow.
Honestly, Gibbs probably should have either leapt or something.
But Winfield's a very, very great.
Very next play, they hand it off to Gibbs. Gibbs, in the backfield, they hit him. He rolls, spins off the hit, and gets right in the end zone. It was just...
I saw that one.
Yeah.
I do want to call it. So now I want to quickly talk about Scatterboo. I am still so happy I drafted this guy.
He's not the only white rookie you should be happy that you drafted.
Not the only white rookie. Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
But Tyler Warren's just been great. I think Daniel Jones. But I don't have too much to say. I mean, he's been top 3 tight end.
Yeah, he's been great.
Yeah. The last 4 weeks have been very good. Big part of their pass offense. But it's just Scatterboo. Like, just to think a Giants running back was going to somehow figure this out. So it's just great to have him play really well. But what I really want to talk about is, holy shit, Bo Nix is like, I wanted him on my team. Like, everyone wanted him. I still think it was good for you to take Baker Mayfield. It just kind of sucks a lot of the injuries and like Evans being out now. But Bo Nix is for real.
Really? Why do
you don't think Bo Nix is for real?
He's been playing pretty poorly.
Really?
You're looking at just the stats. He scored all of those touchdowns in the fourth quarter.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
I know. But that still says a lot about your ability to play in the clutch. He had a lot of moments last year, same thing. Yeah, he's still out there making mistakes, throwing the ball around. He's not fucking Peyton Manning out there, but Peyton Manning fucking do a shit ton of picks his first 2 years.
Having watched that game, and I wasn't the only one watching it. I think I was actually watching it with a couple of people we were just chatting online. It worked out. I can tell you, Bo really didn't look great during that game. I understand.
He looked amazing in the fourth quarter.
I mean, their defense made stops. Their defense wouldn't allow the Giants to get anything done. They got an interception.
He scored 4 touchdowns.
I understand.
It's amazing that there's no credit being put on him.
But he's.
Was he not great in the fourth quarter? So they just scored 33 points, nothing.
I mean, he was good.
And the defense didn't stop. They were up 19-0. Who did the defense stop?
I mean, after that, they didn't. They did stop them after that. Again, they got the ball back multiple times in order for them to
right, but they still scored. They still scored.
Okay, so then
13 points.
Okay, so I feel like that's the same. Okay, so if the defense did well in the quarter, so the defense wasn't amazing in the fourth quarter. Then I'm just confused here because you're saying that Bo Nix played like shit for 3 quarters, but then he was amazing here.
What I'm saying Bo Nix scored 33 fucking points, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions, and 2 touchdowns. But you're saying the defense was better.
I'm saying the defense also stepped it up at the end. They got the interception.
Yeah,
they made the stops
Yeah,
to get the ball back
but
in order to give
I'm
them
not
a good
saying
field position.
that they were bad. I'm saying this one was better, and I think I'm picking the right one.
All right.
But I think there is skill set here. He's shown something.
Sure.
I mean, we all want to drop him for a reason.
Yeah, I'm actually glad I didn't. I've been very glad that I didn't personally.
Yeah, but now he goes into Dallas. He'll go into Houston. At the end of the day, I mean, we'll see. Now you say that, but I was still I would have taken Bo Nix in that situation because I was so committed to taking Bo Nix. It does just suck picking Mayfield now. Has to deal with all these injuries. Mike Evans out with shoulder injury probably for most of the season. Chris Godwin still isn't back. Ibuka is back.
Yeah, he is.
He's back. But they don't have Bucky Irvin back. They need him back.
Yeah. I think he'll be back another week.
Then on the opposite side, but Hardy didn't play Bo Nix. I don't think that would have helped them unless, if Gibbs didn't go off the way he did. I mean, because it wouldn't have mattered. Barkley had a very quiet game, even though the Eagles played really well, especially on the offensive side. Matt Stafford looked great, and McBride that was a fucking nightmare to watch. But yeah, I think he had 2 touchdowns. He was great.
Jacoby Brissett is a better quarterback than Kyler Murray.
100%. 100%. All right, so yeah, that was that game. Any surprises in that matchup?
Nope.
All right. And then who else did we had? Then I think we just have one more, right?
John Mealy beat Emmett.
We talked about that. Oh no, we didn't talk about that. Mealy and Emmett. Mealy won 141 to 109. What happened here? CeeDee Lamb came back. Dak Prescott had a pretty good game. Jalen fucking Warren.
Actually, I would say the biggest shift for both of them.
That defense and
Aubrey did put up points. Travis Hunter finally showed up. He had a 20-point game.
Yeah.
He had over 100 yards and a touchdown. And then Emmett started both.
Crazy.
Kendrick Bourne.
They won't show you anything in here. It's interesting. I think maybe because you started him in defense, and I can't see it because in the stats don't update.
Oh, I don't know.
That's pretty interesting.
He started Dallas Goedert and Kendrick Bourne, who have both put up probably on average 15 points a game over the past 2 weeks, and both of them put up 1 point this week. So he. Unfortunately, when he made that move, it didn't work out.
Had Charbonnet on the bench. I don't know, but I guess you would have started Hawkinson.
I don't blame him for who he started. It just was unfortunate that the week that he played them both is a week where they both disappeared.
And it looks like did Brian Thomas get hurt during?
Because I was looking at, I wanted to pick up Goddard for my tight end spot.
And Brian Thomas played hurt as well. Yeah, it's a little bit bad luck on Emmett's part. Good, very good week by Mealy. A very strong week by Mealy. Good play from his defense. I mean, obviously, I don't know if I'm saying defense, but Travis Hunter finally did what everyone was kind of hoping that he would do. In that spot, I just do want to call out one person here, Micah Parsons. 13.5 points. He had he hit 3 sacks. All right, we'll finish up with you and Fitz. You beat Fitz by 31 points. Just under 31 points. I think a big reason for that is Fitz playing. Fitz lost Mike Evans. Yeah, not finding a quarterback. I think that's one thing that impacted him, but still 31 points, a lot of points. And then I just want to look at and then Rashad White didn't have a great game, but still, I mean, he put up a good set of points. I think he would have ended up beating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams.
That's exactly that was the only shrug I was making when you were bringing it up. You could look at swaps, but when you put up 130 points and lose, you probably didn't really make any bad decisions. You just got unlucky.
Yeah.
Devonta Adams put up 3 touchdowns, but then Taylor and Judkins put up 6 touchdowns combined. There's just nothing you can really do in that situation.
Yeah.
So my team had a good week.
Your team had a great week. Jonathan Taylor and Judkins both 3 touchdowns. Said Big Mayfield obviously didn't have a great game. Jamar Chase, ton of yards. Jordan Addison, ton of yards. Quiet Nathan Kyron Williams, but Quay Walker, great game. Mm-hmm. Kind of want you to drop.
Yeah, that was the Rams won 35-7 in a dominant game. And as I'm watching it, I'm wondering every time they get to the red zone, I'm like, oh, they're gonna hand off to Kyron. They're like, nah. They're like, Stafford wants as many touchdowns. He wants the record for most passing touchdowns in London, and he got it.
There you go. Javonte Williams had a wonderful game. DeAndre Swift had a wonderful game. AJ Brown had a wonderful game. And Jackson Dart, wonderful game.
Yeah.
And you get Kittle back.
Yes.
So that's a big one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Kittle coming back. You've been playing Ertz in that spot.
Ertz hasn't been playing well.
And Ertz.
He's been getting in the end zone.
He's had his moments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Generally speaking, he's had his moments. He's done all right. James Daniels might be out. That might be an impact.
Again?
No, didn't he get hurt? Who has Daniels? Scott?
I can't do this. Yeah.
Let's take a quick look at that.
I keep doing that. I keep going to check my phone.
Let's go to the bottom of the league. James Daniels questionable. Not significant. Okay. So he might be all right. MRI Monday came back clean. Yeah, he's fine.
All right, good.
But anyone who's kind of come onto my team has had pretty severe injuries, so I feel kind of bad for a few people. Like the backup for the Saints, can't remember his name now. I already dropped him.
Kendrick Miller.
Yeah, he tore his ACL. I was kind of expecting, because I expect Alvin Kamara to probably get traded.
He should.
He's not saying he's asking for it, but at the end of the day, as you will, you think Breece Hall should be traded.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were the Panthers, if Andy Dalton's starting now, who do you trade? Do you trade the one with 3 years left on the contract or only 1 year? The 3 year, right?
No, you trade Dowdle. The dead money hit you're going to take on Chuba.
What's the dead money?
Because you have signing bonuses, you have things of that. It takes away from your cap. Now, that might not be a big deal for them, depending on the spot that they're in.
Yeah.
But you still end up paying signing bonuses and other aspects of guarantees.
Yeah.
So then that just lump sum hits your cap for the following year.
Yeah.
For players not on your team.
Okay. So So I expect to see one of them get traded. I expect to see maybe Alvin. You don't really ever see that many running backs get traded in the season.
Not for much these days. I feel like that and wide receivers, once they get to a certain age, it's like, sure, you can have this person for a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
And then depending on the cap hit, that's when a team is probably going to be more interested in good out because of the fact that he doesn't have a long contract. Yeah. So, okay, we'll take it in 1 year. He's gone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The Panthers might be happier with that too. So like, okay, we've cut ties with both these guys. We can figure something out next year. That might be of interest too, or maybe they want to go long term Rico Dowdle, which doesn't make sense because you need Jonathan Brooks come back. But I don't know if that's a dumb story because he's had two. But we did Javonte Williams. I'm not saying he's Javonte Williams. I'm just saying Javonte Williams has had really messed up injuries for the first couple of years. It's really nice to see him kind of fucking just kill it.
True, but I don't even think Brooks we haven't really saw him.
No.
So like Javonte, you saw what could happen. You saw the potential that he had.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So good week. I think generally across the board. I think big bye week for me coming up this week. We'll talk about Pick'em when we have fan of the week. But now let's jump into our midseason report. You should put a sound over that, dun dun, or some shit like that.
Sounds good.
But I mean, before I start asking you about the certain rewards and things, is there anything kind of over the top that you would want to say?
No, the season's really starting to shape up and take hold. Now they're at the halfway point. People are trying to make trades. People are trying to make moves. We know the 2 people who are out, so there's a lot of freebie wins out there because of it. But look, I think I have the 2nd most points in the league.
You have. I thought 3rd.
I'm an 8th.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of movement that can happen, and there's a lot of season left to be played, and that can happen sometimes where you just end up playing people on a good week, and when you and Emmett played each other, you both put up 160, and it was like we played literally anyone else this week. That was a win for both of us. Yeah. So we'll see where things fall.
I will say you are 2nd in scoring at 911.86. There are 4 teams that are either 900 or above. As I say that, I know that I am at 900.00. Mm-hmm. So I think that is mind-boggling that you are in 8th place.
These things happen. I think it was. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Is it Scott who's ahead of me? Someone's
Scott and Hardy.
And I think
Steve. They're all.
That's Hardy, and I have 160 more points than Hardy.
Yeah.
I have a game more points.
Yeah.
But I'm behind him, so we'll see what happens. He's had injuries. Saquon's not playing great, but
you have 922 points against, which is the most in the league.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens. There's still lots of season, and that's where you get lucky, you get good matchups, and you end up 5-2 like John. We'll see. Lots of season to be played.
We need the right matchup.
So
I think at the end of the day,
yeah.
All right. So is there anything else you want to call it, or let's just?
No, I think we're gonna see maybe a little bit of. We might see. I think I'm gonna say there are gonna be 2 more trades before the deadline. People trying to make a move.
We should make that clear. When's the deadline?
That is a great question. The deadline, I believe, it's in the beginning of November. Let me pull that up.
So you got Mealy this week.
November 22nd. So we still have a month.
You got Mealy this week. You have Scott next the week after. In that week with Scott, don't forget to set your lineup when you're abroad.
Yeah.
Scott has a big bye week, it seems like, that week. So there you go. You can get kind of lucky there. I got to play Fitz that week. God damn it. And then you get Daly. So, I mean, you got 3 games coming up where you can probably win, and then you get me. And I should be able to be Scott. I'm not being Fitz. And I get Martin. So I will probably go either 2-2 or 3-1. I hope. Okay. All right, let's start.
Yeah, let's hop into it.
Who do you have as your honorable mention for MVP and then your MVP so far this season?
So far this season, there are 2 players. I mean, actually, there are 3 that have really stood out. That'd be Bijan, Mahomes, and Jonathan Taylor. So I originally guessed Jahmyr Gibbs as the honorable mention.
Last night didn't help?
Well, it did help, yeah. But a lot of things come into factor, right, with MVP. You also have to be in certain spots and everything going on. But Jahmyr Gibbs is still very close up there. But I'm giving it to Mahomes, who is helping Emmett lead his team to, the most points in the league right now. And I think he's averaging maybe 4 points more per game than the next best quarterback. So he's just he's going off. He's returned to form this season, and he's trying to send a message.
Giants got him though.
Yeah.
The one thing, the Giants got him.
Giants have been an interesting team.
Their defense has been very interesting.
Yeah. And then MVP, I did originally guess Saquon, thinking that he was going to get in the end zone more this season. That was so wrong. The Eagles' offense has been pretty rough, and Saquon has not done much in general, not getting a lot of space, not even getting a lot of yards. But Jonathan Taylor is averaging 1.5 touchdowns per game, and he's only 16 points behind Mahomes. He's actually, I believe, the 4th best fantasy player from a points perspective, with only some quarterbacks ahead of him and behind him. And then Bijan's the next best position player that's not a quarterback from a points perspective. So that's where we're falling.
So I'm going to say it. Homer, biased.
Sure, absolutely.
Putting your guy up there.
I debated
We should go back into the other list of the last handful of midseason reports to see how many times you put your guys either those 2 spots.
I mean, that's what happens when you're a winner and your team's great. You pick great players.
Or you're the commissioner.
Anyone else can make a list anytime.
Anyone else can make the list.
People can make their own lists.
You can make lists. You know who else made lists?
Epstein?
Yeah, I was thinking like Hitler and Nazis. But yeah, Epstein makes a lot of sense too. So that's the company you're in.
Anyway.
So we jump into Offensive Player of the Year. Who do you have as runner-up? And then who do you have? I'm assuming it's Mahomes.
Mahomes, I do have typically a lot of times what happens is I do end up giving Offensive Player of the Year to whoever doesn't get MVP. Which is basically the same thing as the NFL. It's like, if you're not a quarterback, then you get Offensive Player of the Year.
But you flip that on its head.
A little bit.
Right.
So, yeah. So Mahomes is getting Offensive Player of the Year. I originally guessed Bijan. I would give Bijan runner-up because he's not part of the MVP conversation, but he's right there.
Yeah.
And Gibbs, I mean, right now we've got a pretty solid race of players who are just crushing it right now and seeing where it all ends up.
Yeah.
So lots more to be played there, but
you don't do a runner-up for Offensive Player of the Year?
Only because MVP just ends up blending together. So I just kind of leave it. But yeah, he is really helping Emmett kind of power to that most points this season.
Okay. So big players, Jonathan Taylor, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, both their teams are doing really well. I mean, I think now the Chiefs are the odds-on favorite to the Super Bowl.
Are they?
I think so. I think that flipped yesterday, which kind of sucks. Hopefully, another team is able to slide in there and make the fucking Lions. God damn it. Or maybe even fucking Daniel Jones and the Colts. Maybe. It won't be, but what if?
I'd be fine with that.
I would be too. Everyone fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, their owner's she's sitting down there and just like paying attention to the game, like Mark Cuban fucking watch games. I mean, maybe not the same. She seems to be taking it far more seriously. But all right, defensive player of the year.
Defensive player of the year. So originally I had Micah Parsons as the runner-up. I had Zaire Franklin, who's been a tackle machine, as the defensive player of the year. Neither of which have really come to fruition right now, though Parsons did just have a nice 3-sack game, so we'll see how that goes. Runner-up is going to Jack Campbell of the Lions. The middle linebacker has been an absolute beast. There are a couple people who've also been playing really well and can be part of that conversation, but I'm giving it to him. I believe there's also Landman on the Rams, who's been really good from the middle linebacker perspective, and then so is Jordan Brooks on your team. So all really close, but I ended up giving it to Jack Campbell due to the consistency in his points. And then, and yes, because he's white. And then defensive player of the year is going to Brian Burns. There's a big drop off at the defensive end after him. There's one other, and I'm blanking on who it is.
Do you know what Brian Burns is in right now? Walking boot.
Well, then he might, it's going to fall apart then. But as of right now, he is tied with 9 sacks. Byron, thank you. The two of them have 9 sacks, but Burns has a couple more tackles for points. So it's going to him because, again, there's a steep drop-off, whereas with something like linebacker or safety, there are a bunch of guys in that spot, so there isn't kind of someone who's separating themselves from the pack and giving their manager and owner a boost in that position.
Got it. Yeah, the defensive group is pretty interesting. Yeah, it's just really, really interesting. Let me take a quick look. I mean, we're not calling out any of the defensive backs. Just want to call out Turner and Nixon and Campbell, who's on the Jags. They all have at least 10 or more pass defended. Just want to call that out because that is pretty lucrative in our league, but none of them have sacks, so none of them are making their way into a tackle box. Then from interception perspective, oh shit! I mean, it's Devin Lloyd, who's now out, and also Byard, who each have 4 picks. And Byard had, I think, a 2-pick game or a 3-pick game or something like that.
I didn't see it.
He did. It was a wild fucking game.
Yeah.
It was the one against Las Vegas against Geno. He had 2 picks in that game. So he had 3 picks over 2 games. I think that's where it is, but not a lot of picks. Joe Horn's kid has 3 picks. Just want to call that out. Okay. All right. What do we got next? We got best pick of the draft.
Best pick of the draft. So runner-up, I originally had Travis Hunter, based off of, again, the opportunity upside there. He did just finally have a good week, so we'll see. That could end up being the case. And then I originally picked Courtland Sutton, who has also been playing really well. He's a top 20 wide receiver. I expect that to continue. But now that things have, that definitely makes a big difference. Now that things have started to come into play, it is going to Ibuka. He's
as a runner-up.
Is the runner-up. Thank you. Good call. He's the runner-up right now. Missed a week, has been injured this week, was still kind of getting back into it, so that kind of hurt him a little bit, but he is a surefire keeper. And he and Baker had the opportunity to play together for a couple of years. Evans got hurt, so now Ibuka might end up being the best pick in the draft by the end of the season. We'll see what happens, but he is already the 19th ranked dynasty keeper for next season, so he's the man. He's looking great. Who's ahead of him? I mean, Gibbs, Taylor, Saquon, regular people. This isn't just rookies. If it was just rookies, he's probably number 1 or number 2.
Yeah.
And then the other one who would be number 1 or number 2 would be Judkins. Yeah. He's the 8th best running back in points per game. And he is also on his way to be a top 20 dynasty keeper as well. So
Picking yourself again.
I am picking myself again. I took him in the 10th round, and he is a top 10 running back. So
I do this a lot when Fitz and Scott go for a run. I feel like I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that.
I still think like Travis Hunter is a very interesting pick. I feel like that was something that we won't see as often. I'm still not sure how he's going to be able to play two positions in an elite spots. One with poor quarterback play, and generally not the best defense.
You're 100% right.
So like, I don't know how he's going to find any consistency. Generally, I also don't even know. I don't know what you do with them because he's great at both positions. But I want him fresh at both positions. So I don't know.
That you just brought up a really good point, which is that they've been seemingly mostly playing him one or the other. Last week he basically played offense. He didn't play a lot of defensive. And then the week, I think the last week or the week before, like he played mostly defense. Yeah. And so they kind of seem to be moving back and forth, deciding what they want to do with him. What I think, depending on what happens, he might end up just being a wide receiver who occasionally plays like nickel corner or something. And that's where they land on it, feeling that probably wide receiver is more important for them or whatever it might be. But again, that's where the upside for him, if he shows what he just did, where he can put up a 20-point game and be a top 15 wide receiver, but get put in your cornerback position is that's huge.
What's interesting is also see from a fantasy perspective.
Yeah.
I think for the team, I mean, the team's not fucking going anywhere anyway.
Yeah,
but it's also thinking about. I think it's interesting. A couple weeks ago, I remember the stats from a defensive perspective. He had played about 40% or 30% of the snaps from offense. No, 40% of the snaps from the offense perspective, like 30% of the snaps.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not playing the entire game, which is kind of a problem if you would want him to play the vast majority of the offensive snaps or the vast majority of defensive snaps. So why aren't you playing him as much? Because very intelligent, very athletic. He knows the playbook. He knows what he's doing out there. Yes, it is difficult playing a wide receiver as a rookie. Yes, it is difficult to play corner as a rookie. They're not easy positions, but he does make him look like he can do both. But he's not on the field enough, and that's the question: are you playing him enough? Can you even play him? It's a very interesting kind of problem, and it's one of the worst organizations to try to deal with the problem because they don't know what they're doing.
So true. They're not great.
Yeah.
They're not.
So now we're going to worst pick of the draft.
Yeah, worst pick.
Before you talk about this, I thought I'd be all over this because I'm thinking myself, CJ Bad. I remember when I dropped Tank Bigsby, you go, you might be the first one that drops your 5th and 6th round pick. Or maybe you said 4th and 5th round pick. And then I went, I don't know, man. And then I dropped him.
Yeah.
Because he has been shit. And I don't even know what Tank Bigsby's been doing in Philly.
Yeah, C.J. Stroud is behind the worst offensive line in the NFL. They traded away their all-pro to the Commanders, and you're not going to be able to play quarterback when you're running for your life the whole time. It just doesn't work. That being said, quarterback also, again, is a somewhat devalued position. So while it was bad, maybe you could have picked someone in that spot who would have been really good, but it's not as bad as you think when you eventually draft Drake May in the 12th round and he's a top 5 quarterback right now. So it ends up kind of, balancing that out where it didn't really end up being all that detrimental to your team.
No, it wasn't. It was just a weird fucking pick in a weird situation.
Yeah. And I think that's the aspect is like, how does this ultimately impact your team versus who you could have picked and what's going on? And your team is still playing really well. You put up a lot of points. So it doesn't actually end up making it the worst pick of the draft. So the runner-up, originally I guessed Brian Robinson Jr.
Damn, I wish I played many men right now. Keep going.
I'm sticking with Brian Robinson Jr. So, we already kind of covered off on the other running backs.
He made a mistake when he picked Brian Robinson, did he not? Because I remember when he picked him, and everyone kind of went, the guy backing up Christian McCaffrey?
I think he thought he was still on the Commanders.
Okay, that's what he thought. Okay.
Yeah.
That seems more like Scott.
Yeah. And
just like at this point in time, the Independent is not put out an article.
That's true.
I just want to make that statement. So they're forgetful.
They're someone who seems to be they're a captain without a compass right now, right? They're just trying to just float at night, looking for the North Star, but the guy doesn't know shit about astronomy, so it doesn't matter, right? He's just trying to figure it out as it goes.
Are we shitting on Scott?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Who'd you think I was shitting on?
Because another thing I was just thinking about, I think he had called us out really early on about using AI to do certain things.
Okay.
And I'm just realizing, like, that's fair because when he needs help, he's going to go find his kid's tiny little hands and have him write out. So, like, who's worse? The guy using AI when he needs to, or the guy making his kids use his little hands and write out his articles?
Oh, that's why Cam's been writing them for him?
So there are these moments of like, oh, this doesn't sound that bad. Mm. You know what I mean?
All right.
But he's like forcing his little kid to like do that.
I didn't know that.
I'm making a claim just like he made a claim.
Oh, okay. It's good to know. All right, you heard it here first. The Independent is not independent.
Oh, absolutely not. I don't think they are. They fucking need us to stay afloat. You remember the one article? I don't know how this became a rant about Scott again.
Yeah, this is about to happen.
I just want to keep. It's like Kenny Smith, in which I cannot do as much this year because Kenny Smith will not be on TV. But I'm just saying, Scott had that one article when I read it. I'm like, did we not just say all this stuff in our episode? It's wild. We're influential, and he can't be authentic and be original.
I mean, you saw that video of him recently. He seems to be struggling. He's trying to go into other mediums to get attention. And
what new video?
Sent a video over the
old video
from it's like 3 days ago.
He sent a video of him. Of him trying to use racial slurs.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that one.
It was all over the front page.
Yeah, my bet. It wasn't in my podcast, so like I didn't really know.
All right, we're getting back to it. We're reeling this back in. And then worst pick of the draft. So originally guessed C.J. Stroud, but we already covered that. It's going to Alvin Kamara. It's going to Dan Martins. He has 1 touchdown and has only eclipsed 60 yards total across receiving and rushing in 3 of the 7 games.
That's a Spencer Rattler problem, not an Alvin Kamara problem.
Look, we definitely think that Kamara is still very talented. He's not on a great team, but when you are in a position like Martins is, where he probably knew he needed to rebuild, Kamara in the first round just didn't make sense. Now, I don't know if we would have taken instead. It might not have mattered because, frankly, and we could have gone through draft picks and talked about them, but there are a lot of players this year that we all liked that haven't showed up. Caleb Johnson hasn't done anything. RJ Harvey hasn't done much. There are a number of players that we could have, someone else, he could fire him maybe after Hampton. Trevion Henderson hasn't been that great. After all those other rookies, he could have taken the others and been in the exact same position, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But
or maybe he's the smartest guy and he wanted to go over everything right out the gate. Maybe he was eyeing the number 1 pick right out the gate.
Maybe. But when you do that, you do want to potentially build possibility for some other keepers if you don't feel strongly about the 4
Does he not have 4 other keepers?
Not really, no.
Oh, so that was a mistake.
No.
All right, let's move on. Best sleeper pick.
Best sleeper pick. So originally, I had Quinshon Judkins as my runner-up and Michael Pittman Jr. as the best sleeper pick in the draft. There are some really good picks made at the end of the draft. We already put Judkins in the best pick in the draft, so he's not a sleeper. We talked about Kartik, who took Drake May in the 12th round. Fitz took Tucker Kraft in the 12th round. But I'm going with Steve's pick of Keenan Allen. This man has just nailed wide receivers like it's his job this season.
Yep.
He has 4 of the top 11 wide receivers right now, including Keenan Allen. The one who's not in the top 5, top 10 that would surprise you is Drake London, who I think is about 23rd right now.
Yeah, but who's throwing him the ball? Michael Penix Jr.
Yes. Did you say Penix or Penis?
I said Penis.
Oh, I thought so. Okay.
Until he starts playing better, it's Michael Penix Jr.
Fair enough.
I feel bad for Michael Penis. Because his father's getting the same work. I'm not going to call him Michael Penix.
I hear you. Senior.
Oh, does he go by? I thought he was talking about Michael Penis. Keep going.
So anyway, so it is going to Steve's pick of Keenan Allen, who has ended up being a really good safety blanket.
Keenan Allen feels like a Steve Moreno pick. You know what I mean? Like just
the guy just continues.
Not,
he's a great wide receiver.
It's Keenan Allen. Just the way Keenan Allen. Steve understands what I'm saying. Okay. Steve, you get. I'm looking. Steve, you understand what I'm saying. Keenan Allen, that's your guy. So, all right.
I think Keenan Allen's a lot of people's guy.
Yeah, it's like me and Vincent Jackson. You know what I mean?
True.
That's the same thing.
True.
Same thing.
And then best sleeper pick again. It sticks with Michael Pittman Jr. Michael Pittman Jr. taken by Mealy has been an absolute steal of a draft pick. He was taken in the 11th round, and he is a top 15 wide receiver right now. So phenomenal pick. He's doing really great.
This
and Daniel Jones.
And let me say, this MPJ, that MPJ, no one passes. Both of them.
Nice.
Damn, talking about good. Basketball on my mind.
Yeah.
All right, best free agent pickups. This one's interesting.
Best free agent pickups. So I did look, and this one is a tie for runner up. I don't obviously do predictions there.
Yeah.
So we're past. No more predictions occurred. Runner ups. Tons of IDP pickups. This is going to be a split between Brian Burns and Jordan Brooks. I believe you picked up Jordan Brooks after the first week, so I would kind of give you the nod there.
I picked up Jordan Brooks when me and Dan Cam were getting breakfast.
So that was after.
the first week.
That was after the first week. So heading into week 2.
Yeah.
And he has the most points at linebacker right now. So you were on that.
Yeah.
And then Fitzy, I believe, the following week, or maybe it was 2 weeks later, picked up Brian Burns, who's the best defensive end. So
some guys, it's interesting with defense. You just kind of have to wait for the right matchup to see is it real? What is this person in this defense? And Jordan Brooks is just sit here in the fucking middle and tackle everybody.
Well, the crazy part about that too is that I had for a while his other complimentary linebacker. I think they both play inside linebacker. And he's a top 15 middle linebacker. Yeah. The Dolphins are so bad. Their defense is racking up tackles and trying to make something happen.
This is like Levante David and Devin White.
Yep. Yeah. The two of them on the Buccaneers just racking up tackles. So it's been good. And then best free agent pickups is going to John Mealy. Quentin Johnson has been an absolute beast. Phenomenal.
Herbert been throwing in though? I don't see these points.
The guy's getting in the end zone.
I don't see these points. I mean,
but that's because you. Herbert started off and put up 30 points, and then he put up 24, and then he put up 17, and then he put up 11, and then he stopped playing him.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame you. And then all of a sudden he was like, hey, let me,
He's like, hey, don't forget.
Well, now they don't have a running back anymore, so now they apparently have to throw the ball.
Yes. All right, so you Quentin Johnson. All right, worst free agent pickup.
Worst free agent pickup.
No, it's not. I'm reading it right now. No, it's not. Why is it that?
Because why was this person picked up?
Because he's never going to be the starter.
Okay.
And he might light the fuck up.
Okay.
You just don't. You don't like swag.
Okay.
Go ahead. Who's the worst pick for your mind?
The worst pickup is Shedeur Sanders. I'm sure that Martins is playfully making this. Not that it matters. He also picked up and starting Dylan Gabriel. There's a bit of that and a bit of going through 120 pickups to figure out who is the worst pickup when there's just a slew of trash. This one stands out.
There's no stats for him. He hasn't played yet.
That is why it's a terrible pick.
How is it not Justin Fields?
Because Justin Fields has had 3 really good games.
Over the last 6 years? Okay. What are you talking about? Oh, shit. He had 3 really fucking good games.
And
he had 4
and really bad
terrible games.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean, he's no longer a starter in the NFL, so how many of those weeks did you have him in a good standing? Like, he played well for you those weeks.
I only started him 1 week.
How did he do?
Oh, he did terribly.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not Shedeur Sanders.
And then I believe Mealy picked him up and started him, I think, for 2 weeks.
So Mealy had the best pick.
Back to Dak.
You had the worst pick.
I think so, yeah.
We should have like a Deion Waiters award. We should have something like that just for a very special award for us.
And we
should think about it. We got to think about something. I don't know
things there.
All right. Now bring us down. I think we just have cuts.
Yeah. So keepers cut all defensive players. You cut Levante David.
Yeah.
Scott cut Deshaun Elliott. Hardy cut both Franklin and Zaire Franklin and Jesse Bates III.
Shit, I thought this was Franklin and Bash.
Buda Baker.
Was that not USA
No.
TV show? I thought it was
No,
Franklin
it wasn't
Bates.
Franklin.
I was like, holy shit,
Franklin
Hardy, what you
Bates.
doing?
Yeah, that'd be funny. And I got Buda Baker. So there have been 5 defensive keepers cut, but again, this isn't abnormal.
Yeah.
It's pretty normal that defensive players get cut. And then we'll go into the earliest draft picks cut. Scott cut Caleb Johnson, who was in the 2nd round. Daly cut Tyrone Tracy, who was drafted in the 3rd round. And Scott cut Brian Robinson Jr. in the 4th round. So
that guy's ahead of you in the fucking standings.
I have 100 more points than him, but yes.
That guy is ahead of you in the standings.
How many more points do I have against than him? Probably significant.
He has 840.
I have 200 more points
He's
against.
830.
I have 200 more points against than him.
Yeah.
So yes, he is ahead of me in the standings by 1 win.
Oh, you'll be 6 and
I'm
4
moving
soon
on.
enough. Here we go.
One can hope.
And then, who is laughing now?
Who's laughing now? This it has to go to Emmett. As much as we hate listening
Emmett.
to him, the man didn't have a 1st or a 2nd round pick. Nailed Igbuka. Nailed Patrick Mahomes. And
Just nailed
I'm
it.
sure it's just
We're not doing
just
Fraser
nailing
anymore.
it.
We're not doing
You
Fraser
know?
anymore. Steve, you see
She
that?
was like, and I think Emmett, with his trading habits, would gladly trade 4 more 1st round picks for the opportunity to host a council roast on small claims. I think Emmett would offer that. He doesn't give a shit about picks because when he does have them, he makes them count.
He's not part of this business.
I didn't say. I said that's something he'd be willing to do because he's
Never gonna
trying to
happen.
show us how much he doesn't care and can do it without.
Never
So,
gonna happen. We're not abusing our IP.
fair. And the next up is everyone is still laughing at you. This is the leader of the Independent, Scott. Never give up, Phillips, Mr. Manager himself. He's really had us on an emotional roller coaster. A lot of ups and downs. A lot of I think I'm
Emotional
gonna tank.
roller coaster.
Yes.
I've just been mad.
Oh, you
Dislike.
Oh, you put in a lot more thought than I do on him. So he.
This isn't how much time I think about him. This is the emotion.
Oh,
You're saying you hate him, you like him. You hate him, you like him. You hate him, you
not
like
even hate him. Like it's the.
I think
this
you're
is-
a winner. I think you're a loser. I think you're a winner. I think you're a loser.
It's him putting us on the emotional roller coaster of, guys, I'm tanking. Okay, I'm gonna try. No, maybe I should tank. Actually, let me make a trade for someone.
You
And
use the word "we" too much.
all right. And then he's like, no, guys, I want to be taken seriously. I am a competitor. And then he almost loses to the person who's shamelessly tanking and leaves the person he traded a draft pick for on the bench when he puts up 183 yards and a touchdown. So just an emotional roller coaster of what is this guy doing and why do we even give him any attention? So
With this being said, Scott, the invitation's still out there. Dan's in Thailand doing God knows what next week and the week after. Don't do that. And the invitation's out there for you and me to maybe talk on either Monday or Tuesday. I took the days off for this reason. I am available all day. We know you don't do any teaching.
So am I hearing this correctly?
What?
Kartik Reddy is putting out a very firm date and time to speak with Scott Phillips, the leader of the Independent, on a, neutral ground,
It's not neutral ground. It comes on our
even though it's
podcast.
hosted by Small Claims. And
What the fuck? I'm saying.
I was trying to make a moment.
I'm saying.
I give up.
I'm saying. He's just got to be better. Just got to be better.
All right.
This is what they're saying to Bryce Young and Colin Murray every week. You just got to be better.
No problem. with this.
I'm saying Monday or Tuesday, anytime.
Anytime.
We already adjusted the opening. I don't got shit to do.
All right. Let's see how they respond. All right.
Best GM.
Best GM gave the runner-up to Emmett. Again, he has been crushing the draft. His team is pretty terrifying. It is full of nothing but points and bitterness like him. And we are going to see how it continues to run. Ibuka, Mahomes,
Yep.
his defense is playing well. His keepers are phenomenal. So he's definitely got that. And he does have the most points in the league right now. However, I'm giving it to Fitz. Fitz nailed his first. I keep talking about people
You do.
nailing people,
You do.
but
You
at
do.
the end of the day, that's, I call it as I see it. Lamar Adams, Odunze, his picks were really great. It didn't really fall off until the fifth round when he took Ingram, but then made up for it with Kraft at the end. He's in first place, as he always is. His team's putting up points every single week, and the only games I feel like he's really lost, outside of one, which was like 112 points, he's been above 120 every single week. So the man's just consistently bringing the heat. And we'll see how the season finishes, but the two of them are playing very well, as is your team.
I didn't need that. Hit me with the screw GM.
All right, screw GM. We already know it's Martins. Again, taking Kamara and Pollard with his first two picks did not set him up for long-term quality keepers, and neither of them right now, with the way they're playing and the way their teams are playing, or even tradable, you just have to hope they go to a better team than someone's interested in them. And then Scott
Martin goes to a different team.
Ouch. I mean, people can turn it around real quick. It happens. And then next is Scott. Rico Dowdle has come back to earth now that Chuba is back, and then we saw Mr. Manager come back to earth as well with a painful showing of 97 points, and has a league low 700 and what is it, 13 points. He has the 726 points against, a league low. So we're gonna see what happens when that turns around and he starts playing some real competition. And I feel like he's still going to end up missing the playoffs. I'm calling it. He's still going to miss the playoffs.
I don't think God is a fair being. And I feel like he has played tricks on us already. Scott winning back-to-back championships. I think he's got another one tucked away that Scott might sneak the fuck in. Nobody wants that.
We'll see.
He doesn't want that. He's exhausted from writing 3 paragraphs a week. Do we have any other calls that we want to make? Do you make any calls for what you should be doing going into the second half of the season?
So I didn't
do that anymore.
I didn't do it because the other week we went through the trade aspects of what positions people had too much of and what they need to get rid of. So I didn't do the what they should do and what they shouldn't do because of that.
Yeah.
Normally I don't talk as much during the season, just do the beginning, but we have this wonderful platform to share with you all.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, everybody. All right, any other calls we want to make?
No.
We go to ad break?
No, let's head to the ad break.
The finer things in life. Happily, some are affordable, like Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. Grey Poupon is so fine, it's even made with white wine. Its original French Dijon recipe adds distinctive flavor to beef, pork, and poultry, salad dressing and sauces, and of course, sandwiches. So enjoy one of life's finer pleasures.
Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon? But of course.
Grey Poupon. It even has wine.
Hello?
Hey, Fitz, congratulations. You're fan of the week. Welcome to Small Claims. How you doing?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Doing well. I'm here with Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, brother. How you?
What are you doing?
Good. I just put Riley to bed, so
perfect.
Just something casual.
How she's doing?
What's up? Who's? Mike Warner. Okay. Sorry about that. No, Riley's good. She has a lot of moments where we leave and then she cries for something ridiculous because she just doesn't want to go to bed yet, and she's like stalling. Yeah, so we're kind of in that phase, but no, all's good.
Good. So
Nice.
Ashley, we say hi.
Yeah.
No, I will. She's I walked away, but she's on the couch. I'll pass it along to her.
All right. So what we do here, Fitz, is if you want to talk about anything, we'll talk about it. But usually what we'll do is trivia, and then we'll do pick 'em. But is there anything? We're at the mid-season point in the league. You're the number 1 team in the league. I think you have second or third most points in the league. How you feeling? What are your thoughts? How do you think the rest of the season is going to go? Do you have any worries?
Yeah, well, I definitely have worries about my team. And some other teams looking hot right now, so I'm concerned because I may have peaked a little early. I lost Mike Evans yesterday. It was super mine, so that I was hoping he might pan out down the road, but that's a loss. But
we talked about that quite a bit earlier today.
We hate it. Not even just
We
that
hate
front.
it. Oh, hate it for
Everyone,
you,
I think
hate it for-
everyone wants Mike
We're all-
Evans to
we're
get
all-
another 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Like we just,
Exactly. I think
Yeah.
everyone wanted that.
I hate it for you. I hate it for Tampa Bay. I hate it for Mike Evans.
Yeah, that's a loss for the league,
Yeah.
honestly. But
yeah.
my other thing, I guess, I don't know how much you want to go off topic, but I was actually looking at some stats and stuff, and
Let's
so
do
I
it.
was looking at the standings, and I saw the only one that's like out of relevance right now is Dan Martin's because he's basically purposely tanking. And then it kind of like led me, and then I had a conversation with Scott the other day, and I was like, Scott, like, good for you. I'm anti-tanking. Nothing against Martins. He's doing what he has to do, and I respect that.
Yeah.
But I was supporting Scott and being like, hey, don't tank, like, whatever. And he's looking like he might be, playoff bound. I mean, it's a long season.
Oh,
I thought you were about to say actually, and then my third and he was like, actually, after this week, I might go back to tanking.
So you'll come back, you'll listen to this episode, and you'll realize what we were saying about Scott. I do want to make a comment. Have you ever been at the bottom of the standings in the regular season?
So 1 year. So I've never tried to tank. 1 year, I actually did get last place, and this is part of my.
This is like early on, though. This is like really early on.
Years ago.
It was very early on. I was inexperienced at fantasy at the time. I want to say.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the first draft we had. I drafted Eli Manning with my second pick, not knowing how fantasy really worked. But anyway, the 1 year I got last. I tried not to, and I drafted first overall pick, which
Arian Foster.
No.
Oh,
He's talking about later.
Different.
The year that.
It was after that. It was Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, I mean that was a good pick. He just didn't pan out as a rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all thought he was going to be good.
So it made me think because like Scott's like, oh, I'm not tanking, and I know previously other people have, and I'm like, well, is it statistically proven that tanking has worked, or at least in our seasons,
and
like going back to whatever. So I actually looked at Dan's Google Docs because Dan has everything, and aside from the first year, do you guys have time?
Yeah.
We are.
We're enthralled. I'm
yes,
fully engaged.
We are in.
I wrote this down on a napkin like last week, thinking I'd be fan of the week, and then you guys left the whole world hanging. So I still got the napkin.
I was gonna say, you got to send a picture of that napkin, by the way.
I got the napkin
because that's going in the Small Claims Hall of Fame.
Can I just, hold on, but why didn't you just take a picture of the napkin? Why did you keep the napkin?
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know.
I didn't think of that.
Do you think J.K. Rowling didn't keep the napkins she wrote Harry Potter on, the first book?
Listen, man, it's a bounty. So
when genius is at work, you keep those things.
Oh, we compare J.K. Rowling. All right, hit me.
So out of all of our years doing this league, I have two names that I think there's only two players that were tank worthy out of all the years we've done the league. And actually, one of them I'm not even sold on, and I'll explain why. So going back, minus the first year, the number one overall pick, and where I'm going with this is, all right, is this number one overall pick worth the tank? In most situations, I'm saying no. So the first year, actually, second year, Alshon Jeffrey. Good player. But then I also wrote down a couple names after people that were drafted immediately after him. T.Y. Hilton, Arian Foster, and Le'Veon Bell, who I remember Kartik took, and ended up being the best player by far that draft.
Yeah.
Next year, Jeremy Hill.
I don't want to talk about it.
Exactly. Followed by Mark Ingram, Amari Cooper, DeAndre Hopkins, who at the time was like fire. Next year, Zeke, who, good player. I don't know if he's changing your team. Yeah, definitely some good years. So that one's kind of like arguable. Carlos Hyde, Demaryius Thomas, who I would say at that time was a better pick than Zeke. Next year, Leonard Fournette. A good guy, didn't really pan out, but then Dalvin Cook right after him. And McCaffrey.
McCaffrey. Whoops.
Right. Now this is one of the asterisk ones I had. Saquon Barkley. Now,
you sound like a hate. Don't do it, Fitz. You're gonna sound like a hater. Don't do it.
No, he knows it.
No, he just was injury prone and ended up getting traded. So is that guy?
Getting traded. The way you made it
in fantasy.
Oh, in fantasy.
No.
Okay. I thought you were...
No.
Okay.
So I don't know if he's like a sold guy for that, followed by Juju and Larry Fitzgerald. Next year, number 1 pick, George Kittle, followed by Josh Jacobs, Chris Godwin, Cooper Kupp.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was a good set of 4 players.
Yeah.
Solid players, but again, my point is like as the number 1 guy, like the guy, like the standout guy. Then the next year was my year. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Kenyon Drake, Juju, and Swift. But I don't
Juju
know
keeps getting picked high. Juju keeps getting picked high, but nobody wants to keep him.
Well, not anymore. Yeah.
Is Swift? I feel like this is too long.
It's gotta be DeAndre Swift.
It is. It's DeAndre Swift. It's when he was on the Lions.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess he is that old. Okay, and then the next year, Najee Harris, followed by Eckler, who was number 1 in fantasy, I believe, for a year.
Yeah, he was.
Because of his PPR value. James Robinson, Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, Breece Hall, J.K. Dobbins, Connor, DJ Moore.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the one that I think is like the standout name that like, oh yeah, this guy was like worth number 1 pick, like kind of inarguably. Actually, somewhat debatable, maybe not. Bijan Robinson. And the only way I'm saying that, the following pick was Jahmyr Gibbs, which I believe is Kartik. And Gibbs is like also almost that good, so it's not really like a complete like he was definitely the number 1 guy, but like probably was.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts, Joe Mixon. All right, and then we got our last 2 years: Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, Drake London, Sam Laporta.
Those are a lot of those are whiffs, kind of for multiple reasons. Those are some whiffs.
That one, and then this year was Genty.
Mm-hmm.
Jury Stock, I think he's coming around.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hampton, Henderson, McBride.
Yeah.
So I'll say this. I think one, thank you for doing all that analysis and that review.
Love it.
And that's put this really in perspective. I think also thinking about though, who's tanking in for what purpose. So for me, lost Nakua, lost Nico. I think I lost another Godwin as well.
Mm-hmm.
I lost a couple other players that season, so I had to end up tanking. I ended up going 2-12, worst season that we've had so far. But for my purpose of getting Genty or Travis Hunter in the following year, allows me to kind of potentially have something. And Travis Hunter has shown the skill set is just what side of the field is he going to play on. I took Genty because I needed running back. I've never had. I mean, I remember Fitz at one time was like, "Hardy, you have 8 running backs. Do you need more?" Right? I mean, I didn't. I had more than enough fucking running backs that day, and because I just couldn't find a running back to play, I was plug and playing as many as I could. And but for me with Genty, I think his biggest problem is, I think Pete Carroll is washed. I think Chip Kelly is washed. I think Geno Smith either is washed or these 2 coaches are fucking him.
Yeah.
So I think, but Genty has shown pockets of, I said, against the Bears, he's going to tear it up. He tore it up. Even with a bad line, if he goes up against a bad defense, he's going to figure it out. And he's played well the last couple of weeks, just like you said. I think he will pan out. He's not like Trent Richardson. I want to make that clear. He's not like Trent Richardson. I remember that fucking pick I made. God.
Yeah, we've all been there.
On my list. I wonder where he was.
I did see he was the 3rd pick in the draft, I believe, in the very first draft.
In the very first draft?
Yeah, he was your original number 1 pick, first round pick when we started.
Damn.
Yeah, the
my
dynasty.
best pick was J.J. Watt.
I took C.J. Spiller, man.
But I'm saying
we all.
I took J.J. Watt in the 5th round that year, and that really fucking worked.
Yeah, it did
for me because I got the championship round that year, lost by half a point. Played Mealy, lost to him. He texted me and apologized because of this shit on my bench. Because I had Eli Manning go for 30, Russell Wilson go for 40, and I didn't play either. Played Matt Stafford, got me 1 point against the Bears.
That's rough.
Still love Matt Stafford. Anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean that fits. Love the in-depth analysis on that.
Yeah, I just my only point was it's still kind of a crapshoot. Is all I'm saying. There's a lot of good players across the board, and I think don't if you're doing poorly like Scott was doing, like, and maybe the season's lost to Bam Martins, which is fine if he gets the first pick. More power to him, but. For most people, like, hey, just keep trying. Like, you're gonna get a good player no matter what. People like Dan are gonna have 6 keepers; they can't keep them all. So you got a solid thing to pick there, and just keep playing, keep fighting.
I'm like thinking, but I don't. So I will say one thing you want to follow up with that analysis is how many keepers have we gotten? If you're middling and you just like Steve struggled for a little while there because he didn't. He had to find his fourth offensive keeper this year,
Mhm.
and he's drafting though in the middle because he didn't finish that bad. But at that point, how often are you going to find that keeper? It's really difficult. You're not always going to run into like a Puka Nacua, who's probably. I don't understand why Dan didn't pick him up, but it is the greatest free agent pickup probably of all time.
Mhm.
That's exactly, and that's kind of like because with me and Dan, I know I've had at least in recent years like good regular season wins, so we're picking like 8th, 9th, or 10th. So you're not getting those young guys to shoot on. So it's harder to your point. It's harder to draft and find those Puka guys.
Yeah,
they're there. So
I mean they're never there. Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I think there's a combination of those things. I think Emmett has somewhat proven that if you can create a 4 great keepers, that can carry your team.
Yeah. And then tanking in that situation,
Yeah.
to
You
go
proved that too,
bust.
Dan, you proved that last year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean that's if you have 4 really great keepers, they can take your team pretty far.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So for the sake of time, though, we're probably gonna skip trivia if that's okay with you, Fitz, and we're gonna jump into pick'em.
Oh, but people love trivia.
People
love trivia.
We're jumping into pick'em.
People love trivia. Well, one question because it's a
Okay.
good one. It's
You get
not
one-
that hard.
Okay. Like I said, got no life, gotta go to work. So
Hey.
let's do one question and let's do pick'em.
What 3 active players have run for over 1,000 yards in a season for 2 different teams in the same division?
Saquon's one to be one.
That is correct.
Sorry, Fitz, I took the easy one.
I watched it. What happens next is up to you.
You what? What? I don't understand.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Okay, you repeat.
So there are three active running backs have run for over 1,000 yards in a season for 2 different teams in the same division. Who are they?
Oh, same
Okay,
division.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley.
Yes.
And
3 players.
Yeah,
3 players.
It's not CMC and it's not Derrick Henry because they're not in the same division.
Could it be David Montgomery?
Yes, it is David Montgomery for the Bears and for the Lions.
Very good.
Yep.
One more remains.
The last one. Let's see. No, Joe Mixon's is not. Different division.
I was thinking Joe Mixon too. Actually,
Yeah.
that was the name that was in my mind.
Shit. Just like thinking teams. Same division. That's what's got
That's
me hung
hard
up.
because there are other players. Just
Yeah.
active. Fuck.
Active. Oh no, that's not. That could be it. Same division.
Dalvin Cook? No.
I'm trying to think division. I can
Yeah.
name off players. That's I don't know. I'm gonna take a little while.
Frank Gore
so
still in the NFL?
feel free to.
Not anymore.
I think Frank Gore Jr. might be coming up in the ranks.
Yeah.
He's already 30.
He was in.
Yes. So it's an NFC North player.
Oh, so like Packers, Vikings. Well, we already got one. Bears. Yeah,
Josh
Lions.
Jacobs? No.
It's not Josh Jacobs. Yeah, not Dalvin Cook.
Not DeAndre Swift, is it?
Nope.
Yeah, that's good.
He didn't reach 1,000 yards in the Lions.
No. Is he for the Bears though? Get the fuck out of here! I didn't know that. I just said a name. What are the teams in AFC North? Is the Browns, the
I was
The
thinking
Bears.
I was thinking different division.
NFC North is the Bears,
Oh, okay.
Vikings, Packers, and Lions.
Oh, you know, I was right. Okay.
Yeah, you were right, Fitz.
Okay. That same one.
Jordan
And
Addison
he's
been
the current player, huh?
active. But are they on that team now?
Yeah. They're hurt though.
They're fucking
But last year they got it.
Madison? No.
Nope.
Who's a hurt running back on one of those 3 teams?
I'm just trying to. I got it. He was one of my keepers for a while. Aaron Jones.
That is correct.
Ah,
Yes.
You know Vikings then?
That is
He had
correct.
1,000 yards for the Vikings?
Last year, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a good
The
season.
Packers like to go to the Vikings, don't they?
Yeah.
Packers
And then
Right.
here, we're just doing one more because
No,
this
no,
one's
no.
really easy. Only 3 quarterback.
Wow.
Look, it is what it is. Only
I gotta
3
go,
quarterback.
man.
You came here and you watched TV for a minute, all right? It's
You
fine.
were working.
That's true.
What the fuck you mean for this shit on me?
Only 3. We're only going to name 2 of them. There are 2 active quarterbacks who have started for 3 teams within the same division. Who are they?
One more time.
There are 3 quarterbacks that have started for 3 teams within the same division. Who are they? And I'm going to tell you one of them because you're not going to get it. We're not going to waste time. One of them is Norm Snead. Who are the other 2 quarterbacks that have started for 3 teams in the same division? One of them is currently active.
Norm Steve's a current player.
No. He's not.
Joe Flacco's one.
Flacco is correct. He started for the Browns, Bengals, and the Ravens.
Bengals and Bears, yeah.
Who is the other quarterback who has started for 3 teams in the same division? He is retired.
Oh, he's retired or something.
Could be a. No, it wouldn't be like.
I mean, Fitzpatrick?
That is correct.
All right. I mean,
Told you it was easy.
Fitzpatrick.
It's Fitzpatrick. Dolphins, Jets, and Bills.
That's it. Fitzpatrick.
Yep.
Right. So we're gonna jump right into pick'em.
Yep.
All right. So Fitz, we're actually gonna just start with your matchup because it's probably the most fun to talk about. You are playing Scott this week. You have any thoughts about the matchup? You are favored by nearly 21 points. Yeah, just about 21 points. Yeah, I got it here too.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Lamar Jackson might be coming back. I think that plays a big part in this. I don't think it's a big part in the win. I'm just saying it's a big part in this. And you have some pretty good matchups because there's Chicago. So Derrick Henry's going to go fucking off. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on the matchup?
Yeah, I've been waiting because Lamar Jackson getting hurt has really inhibited the playing ability by Derrick Henry. So I think if he can at least get on the field and be some kind of a threat, that'll help Henry out. I think me getting some actual points on the board from those 2 players will help me. So if that starts this week, I like my chances a lot better. If something happens like Lamar doesn't play, I think Scott has a better shot. But I'm still gonna pick myself in this matchup.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real honest. Scott doesn't really have a shot. I mean, it's
Scott's playing. One of your best players. Don't pick him up.
Don't do that. I'm gonna say hopefully Lamar plays. Hopefully whoever plays the quarterback spot is it Loop or some shit, or whoever the backup quarterback is if he does play. But Derrick Henry against Chicago, he should go off.
You're talking about the Ravens backup quarterback?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Loop was the kicker.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah, probably.
The kicker is playing quarterback?
No,
Yeah.
No, we're good here.
That's what it seems like. That's what it feels like. So we all took.
We're picking Fitz.
all
I mean,
took
Jackson Smith and Jigba and Montgomery are on buys. We're picking Fitz.
All right, let's jump into
It's not even
Daly and Emmett. Emmett is obviously favored. I don't know if Daly is fully tanking because he's still starting Josh Allen. So I'm gonna take Emmett, but I don't really have much else to really talk about in this matchup at the moment.
Yeah, I mean Emmett's team minus last week has been putting up really big numbers. His team's kind of hot. I think his players are healthy. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just going off, and because the injuries to Daly's team, I got to go Emmett's team here.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. Daly is embracing the tank, but he is also in a not great spot. His running backs all got hurt. I'm not expecting much.
Right. So we have a semi-tight matchup here. There's an empty spot on Mealy's team, 2 empty spots on Mealy's team, and Dan has 2 players he has to replace with 0 points as they are on bye. So it is Dan and Mealy. Dan is favored by just about 2 points, 2 full points. And from a matchup perspective, I mean, there is Jamar Chase and Joe Flacco, so that's exciting. A.J. Brown against the Giants could be exciting. Jonathan Taylor against Tennessee could be pretty great. Javonte Williams against Denver is going to be tough. And on the other side, I don't know what the exciting spots are. Maybe Dak Prescott against Denver. I mean, they're still one of the more prolific offenses. I don't see much else going here. So it's going to be a really, really tight matchup. And both teams are probably going to have to pick up some people. So who are we thinking?
Prior to last week, I would have been kind of like on the fence, thinking that like, oh, Dallas has been putting up a lot of points and Worthy will get looks and CeeDee Lamb is healthy, but the amount of points Dan's players put up last week, including his bench, he just has too many options, and I don't know if it's going to last multiple weeks, but everyone's hot right now, so I just think that he's going to get points and get more points, which ultimately means he will win.
So you're taking Dan?
Correct.
Who are you taking? You're taking Mealy?
I am taking Mealy. I have found that at this point, whenever I choose myself, I lose. Whenever I choose the other team, I win. So I'm just going to keep going with that.
Actually, I got something to add to that. Kartik, so you only chose me 1 week, and you kind of got, like, talked into it. What's up with that?
Which week was this?
There's a week, like everyone, you chose someone else, and then everyone else chose me, and you're like, fuck it, I'll choose Fitz. And every other week, minus the Martins week, you've been against me, so.
I'm trying to think. You had Hardy. You lost to Hardy by 2 points. That was week 5. Week 4, you played Daly. You won by 1 point. So if that was the week I picked it, I almost did not miss that one. Week 3, yeah. If I picked against him in week 3, that's on me. He whooped Mealy. Oh, I think I might have done that because maybe that was one of the last matchups we discussed, and I wanted to separate myself from Dan, whoever else was fan of the week. So there's some instances where
you're trying to look at the rankings and see where you want people. So I got you.
No. So we're competing.
I got you. I hear you. No. It's okay.
No, we're competing on Pick'em, so I need to. So I'm trying to separate myself from Dan. It's not that I hate your team and I hope you lose. Technically, I hope 9 teams lose every single week. All right, so you took Mealy. I need to take somebody. I am going to. Part of me wants to take Mealy because of this Dak Prescott CeeDee Lamb situation. But fuck, you're playing New Orleans. Jamar Chase against the Jets. AJ Brown against the Giants. I'll take Dan.
All right.
I did say Dan's going to win off the next 3, like take off the next 3 games. So next we got Steve and we got Hardy. This is a pretty tight matchup as well. Steve's slightly favored by about 6 points. Actually, just over 6 points. Pretty good matchups. Daniel Jones against Tennessee. Pickens against Denver again. It's not Denver is one of the best defenses, but it's just something about this Dallas offense is just throwing the ball everywhere. Mm-hmm. He's got 2 kickers out there, Dicker and Kareem Hunt. I don't know how that's going to go. No jokes, no laughs. Okay, that one didn't. At least I'm not throwing out bad jokes all day, Dan. Did you not hear that? 2 kickers. Okay. It's fine.
I won't hear it and I won't respond to it.
Okay, it's fine. So actually, also, I will say this. Steve is missing a defensive player, and I just regular IDP, and Hardy's missing a tight end who he may slide in. No, fuck, he doesn't have McBride. Damn, yeah, I don't know what he's going to do. That's going to be tough for him.
He's got players.
I'm probably going to take Steve here. Bo Nix against Dallas. I don't know. What are you thinking, Fitz?
My uncle really messed me up emotionally.
Jesus.
Bo Nix? Oh, just thinking generally? That's just a general thought you have?
I'm sorry.
Hardy or Steve. No one cares about your childhood.
I'm gonna go. I like how Bo Nix really took off last week. So I'm gonna go Hardy. He has James Cook back, who was wild to start the year. He can fill in that tight end spot. I think it's gonna be a close matchup.
Yeah.
Saquon bounces back. He's gonna put him in the lineup. I don't know if you guys saw that. He's going to swap him for Mason. So I'm just.
That is. Why did he take Saquon out of this lineup?
I don't know. So you put him in. I think that's. Although Steve has McCaffrey, he can put up 40 points, but I'm leaning Hardy, so I'll go him.
I might. Saquon against the Giants.
That's a big person to have on the bench.
I feel like he's going to slide him into that golden spot. I'm going to take. I'm not even. I'm going to say Hardy because it's the Barkley versus the Giants situation. So I'll take Hardy. So Fitz, you took Hardy.
Yeah, I'm also
Yeah.
going Hardy. I think Steve has a lot of tough matchups. While he does have the wide receivers, and Amon-Ra St.
Yeah.
Brown is out. I think that Saquon gets put in, and they say McLaurin's supposed to be back this week as well, so he can slot in for Hardy, and we'll see how that
Yeah.
goes.
Okay. And then the last matchup, I'd argue
Is
it's
gonna be a
matchup
tough
of the week.
matchup.
It's me against Dan Martins.
Yeah, definitely matchup of the week. I take Kartik.
I'm gonna take me as well. Fitz, who you gonna take?
Yeah.
Your chance to take against me, man.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, let me hold on to this lineup real quick.
Karma.
Nico Collins questionable. With that
Don't worry, I
said,
can find
so-
someone with 0 points to slot in that spot. Don't worry.
You also took Hardy.
What?
You also took Hardy.
Kartik it is.
It's me. Okay,
All right.
it's a clean sweep for me.
Only one game did we not. We all picked the same teams except for one because I took Mealy and you guys
Yeah.
took me.
I want to make. I just noticed something as I was going through this, that a player that we've not talked about at all, and there's a player we have not spoken about almost at all this season, and I think a big reason is me really understanding what the New York fucking media base is like, because you go to fucking Pittsburgh, and I've not heard a goddamn thing from Aaron Rodgers. this year.
Oh, he's playing well.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like being in New York
Mm-hmm.
and not playing, which is a big problem, and because that's a problem, because all you can do is talk, right? You can't actually play.
It's true.
But then you're in Pittsburgh and you're playing in your Mike Tomlin's organization, but you're also in Pittsburgh,
Yeah, it's fair.
and the media is not the same. No one's talking about him, but he's playing really well. Metcalf's playing okay. Like
Yeah, he hasn't gone over 250 yards in a game, but he has put up decent stats.
and they've been winning. They're 3-3.
They're 4-2.
Sorry.
They're 4-2.
4-2.
4-2, there you go.
Yeah, and in a division with the Ravens not going to be in a game.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's had better
they haven't
involvement
played. They
than
played Baltimore twice towards the
End. of the season. Okay.
towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
The teams they beat were the Jets,
Shit,
the
hit that.
Packers,
Hit the claim button.
Minnesota without with Carson Wentz, and Cleveland. So they lost to Cincy in a pretty rough game this week, but
All
yeah,
right.
there's still lots to be played. We'll
All
see.
right, Fitz. Any final words?
Thank you for having me. Good luck to everyone. I think this will be a very competitive second half of the season. Looking at the standings, we have the first person out of the playoffs right now has the winning record. So that just says, actually, and then the next person, Dan's in 8th with, was he second most points?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that kind of says a lot about how competitive this year is,
Yeah.
and it's exciting. So I wish you all the best, but me a little more success.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Thanks, Fitz. Thank
Yeah,
you
of
for being
course.
fan of the week. We'll speak to you soon. Have a good
Appreciate you,
night.
buddy. Love you.
Sounds good, man. Love you guys. Have a good night.
Yep.
You too. See you.
All right, that was Fitz, the number one team in our league. I mean, yeah, you wish some luck for him. I'm hoping. I mean, I want him to lose. I don't want anyone on the team to get hurt. I just want him to lose. I'm not
I
like
understand.
Scott. Scott's sitting out here going, I'm always killing Scott. Always killing
Mhm.
Scott. That's the moneymaker. At the end of the day, well, we're not wishing any type of injuries.
You're hoping
but,
the manager gets fired. We heard you.
yeah.
We heard you.
But yeah, it's going to be an interesting second half of the season. A lot of competition. Only one person knows what he's doing, and that's Dan Martins.
That's
lose,
true.
lose. Get that 0 in the win column. Get the number 1 pick, and then you're gonna draft. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if there are any really good college players coming out. I haven't looked. I don't really pay
Oh, I'm
attention
sure
to
there
that,
are.
so
There's the
we'll
wide
see.
receiver from Ohio State, and there's probably some significant players out there too. And there are some other more two-way players. I don't think they're as good as Travis Hunter. Not going to win the Heisman, but I'm just saying that there are some other players that are like that can play both spots. Dan, any final words?
No. Appreciate everybody's time on the mid-season, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.